All right, let's do this. I'm Cyrus Martinez, Formula D driver, car number 951. I'm driving a 1992 Nissan 240SX. We attended Formula Drift Round 7 up in Irwindale, and we did pretty well, I think, but we kind of got screwed over. But it's all good. Going into it was a little bit nervous, you know, just because I haven't been driven for a while. We had some new setup on the car, new suspension, new sway bars from White Line. I didn't know how the car was gonna react, so I was kind of just nervous about it, just because it's a new setup again for just the last event. So, but we were able to do some testing over at Coronado Speed Festival, and the car felt really good. After that event, we kind of just made sure everything was working properly, and you know, mentally wise, I was ready for the event. So. I wanted to run as a privateer just to see how, you know, how it feels like to, you know, go back to it, grassroots. We did lose sponsorship from a couple sponsors last year, but we picked up a couple sponsorship product-wise from Garrett, Tomei, White Line, a bunch. Frank helped me out with my tune as always, and we just pretty much did our best with what we had, and just go in and just try to do our best. So.
Cyrus behind the scenes.
So as a driver, you always want to podium. You know, I wanted to podium. I wanted to pretty much prove that I can drive and I can do better than what the previous years I've been driving in Formula D, which I believe we accomplished that, but just things happen. First couple runs, I was nervous. I was really nervous and excited at the same time. I haven't driven Irwindale since the year before that, so it's been a year. It was really just trying to get a feel on how the car is, and it was first couple laps I was kind of just not in it. I was scared. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna fuck up or do something crazy with. But over a period of time, after we just kept driving and driving more and getting some feedback from Mac, which was my spotter at that time, it pretty much just progressed to what we had good runs in it. We were consistent. We were able to, you know, try to keep up with a lot of the high horsepower cars, which was one of the main things, just because, you know, the progression of the sport is such in a high level now that you have to try to keep up with them, because if you don't, then, you know, there goes your top 32. But then at the same time, you still have to worry about your first, you know, lap by yourself, 2 laps by yourself, because that's what gets you in the main show. So that was, you know, pretty nerve-wracking. That was, you know, tandeming with Daigo is just amazing. Again, to see a different driver that's, you know, totally different from what I've seen was amazing. People say he cheats. People, you know, there's brake checking here and there. I don't see anything. I mean, as far as driving, he just drive. But that was amazing. Running with Robbie was amazing. Just because it kind of gives you an idea of what your level is, you know, compared to everybody else, and how the car is, what can we do progression-wise. But it was a dream come true, just because I've watched Daigo run in Japan videos, you know, and actually seeing him next to you and actually trying to run, you know, do a tandem run with him, it's an honor. So it's kind of just something I think.
He hit the wall. Fuck.
When we first took off, I knew, you know, I wanted to see where we were at. And when we first took off, I knew I wanted to be behind them the whole time, from beginning to end. And that's what I tried to do. Going up to the first bank, you know, he initiated, I initiated. He lifts just to get up the bank a little bit and gets back on the gas. I did the same exact thing, but it just sucked me up to the wall. It's pretty much when I lifted, the car just went up, and the back end hit first, and the second thing is the front end go next to the wall. I was pretty much just like, oh, dude, fuck. You know, I've hit it pretty hard. I knew something was bent. I knew something was damaged. So what was going on in my mind at that time was just, is the car savable? Are we able to fix it? Are we going to be able to get back the next day? Is the frame damaged that we can't even drive the car anymore? What are we going to do to fix it? What spare parts do I have? You know, all of that matters. And, you know, I didn't really care about, you know, how cold it was, because it was raining like crazy. I didn't care about any of that. I just wanted to get the car fixed. But with the help with Mac and Carlos, the guy that was helping me out, we were able to get the car back together. Pieces, hopefully. We were hoping for something great out of it, and we came out pretty good. Next day we came out and just drove, and that's all I needed to do was just drive the car until, you know, and the car felt even better with it bent than before. I don't know, it doesn't make sense, but the car drove fine. As far as, you know, after you crash, you kind of just doubt yourself after that. Is the car the same? Does it feel the same? All of that matters as far as a driver. But pretty much after that, I was kind of just hyped. You know, I was relaxed. I was hyped. We knew the car was, you know, perfect, as best as we can. You know, nothing else was damaged. We knew that, you know, alignment was good, everything's good, we're good to go.
Good. Just drive that shit. Don't be a bitch. Motherfucker, you stole this from McKinney. You said you had camera plates.
Yes!
What the fuck?
We left for like 7.
Freaking since Long Beach.
Perfect. I told you it's perfect. What gonna be a bitch for? Don't trust me.
I would probably do just like we need to pull
On the transition after that, I want you to use your angle to slow down yourself to put you into the inside bank. That's going to be heavy emphasis as well. Your inside bank is going to be another 6 points. And then the rest of the course for the inside clip 2 and inside clip 3, I'm judging as 4 and 3 points for a total of 25. Are there any questions?
No? Oh, you're group 1. Yes. Number 45.
After the hit, after my first couple laps, after, you know, the next day, it was perfectly normal to me.
But it was fun. Like, it wasn't fun. That's all
We were able to lit up all the, you know, clipping zones, you know, where all the light will come on if your car is a certain amount of length. All of that. That run felt really good. Nothing, you know, we did the line, we could have tightened up a little bit more here and there, but it was good enough for me to make it to top 32, and that's what we thought. Everybody stepped up their level the next round, you know, the second lap. And I tried to do the same exact thing, but can't really do it. You know, you sit around for like 2 hours waiting for your next lap, so it's kind of gets, you know, you kind of lose the muscle memory. As far as first lap, we surely thought we were gonna make it top 32. You know, it was a good run. It was the best that I've done overall that weekend. Someone crashed, I don't remember who it was, before my second lap. Does that play a role? Of course it does. You know, you go in that line, you're ready to go and expect everything to be okay, and your tires are warmed up, your tires are good in front, tires in the back are good. And a hit like that, and you know, when you see it, it kind of, you know, you have to wait until they clean it up. Tire pressures go down. You know, your mentality, you just get out of focus. All of that kind of just played in your head, and you know, thinking if you're gonna crash again. You know, are you gonna crash again? Or are you not gonna crash? You know, I did my best in that one, but waiting around for that long kind of just played a big factor in my second qualifying lap, and we didn't really gain or did a better score on our second lap. So we were hoping our first lap was gonna be good enough for it, but it wasn't.
Living in a miracle, candles in my vehicle, 8 nights, gonna shine invincible, no longer be divisible, born through the struggle, keep on moving through all this hustle, head up, head down through all of the bustle, New York City, wanna flex your muscle, look so down, look so puzzled, how to run your fire through all the rubble, bound to stumble and fall, but my strength comes not from man at all, bound to stumble and fall, but my strength comes not from man at all.
You know, you think that your first lap was so good that everybody else thought it was good. You know, your mentors, you know, Taka said, dude, that was a really good run. You know, everybody, Mac, my spotter said, dude, you put that, you know, all that whole weekend we've been practicing, you put it together in that run. And just to get your hopes down that you didn't make top 32, which was, at least would have been the bare minimum for us to actually show our tandem runs, which we really expected to be a really good run with whoever it was going to be. But, you know, I didn't really care anymore after that. I knew we didn't make it, so I'm pretty sure we didn't. We finished probably like 35 or something like that, 36, 34, 33. Yeah. Still, you know, 33 still. You're, I don't know how many points away from 32 you make it, but could have been better. Shit happens. Well, as far as drifting wise, I love the sport. I love doing drifting. I won't stop drifting. Whenever I get a chance, I'll drift. But as of right now, I think we're planning to for me to focus on the shop, since we opened up a shop here in Marietta. So that's the main focus, just to get the shop running good, get connections, talk to people, and you know, have the relationship with companies to you know, hopefully in the future is to get back into professional drifting with Formula D and compete again. Funds wise is the toughest part in drifting. Trying to get into Formula D with, you know, zero funds, it's not gonna cut it. Zero sponsorships, or, you know, a big name sponsorship, you know, that's hard to get into. So, you know, just focusing on the whole shop, and while we're not doing the whole drifting stuff, I'm gonna try to be a better driver doing road racing. We went out to my first road racing event, Buttonwillow. I had fun with it. It was something different mentality as far as driving. It's a lot of fun. Something there's something I've never done before. There's a lot more things I gotta learn as far as road racing wise, and go from there and use whatever I learned from that, from the peers that's been doing it longer than I have, and incorporate it into drifting, and be a better driver overall, and take the time and just relax and just go with the smooth, you know what I mean, and don't rush anything. I just want to thank the people that helped me out this year, the companies that helped me out this year. First off, I would like to thank Tomei USA. They've helped me out with the new cams and just dealing with my crap every time I do with something with my motor. I want to thank Garrett, Turbo by Garrett, Yukio. Thanks for the turbos. It's been a new setup, new everything, and we'd never thought the Garrett GTX series would do that much of a difference in the car, and running that new turbo is amazing. Alex Pfeiffer from Battle Version, your arms are always great. The arms that we've been running on the car are, we've never had to touch them. Once we set them, they're good. Heel suspension, Otbatchi. We're running his coil-overs on the car with custom valving, and whatever you need, he's there to actually help you out. White line for the sway bars. We getting more grip out of the car with the sway bars, and Frank from Race Team. He's the one that tuned the car. Thank that guy. He's a crazy Chinese guy, but he's all good. He's always there to help you out. So Falken Tires for giving us the discounts that we be able to, for us to run Falken on the car and actually compete with them is totally different from what I've driven before. More grip, more tires are lasting more, there's more tire smoke, everything is way better. Panda feet.